Hello, and welcome to another Saturday. It's me. Hi, how we doing? It's your girl. Welcome to another Saturday productivity live stream where you know the drill. We do the things and we do the do. And sometimes I write. I mean, I'm planning on writing today. I'm living like my basicest comfy era right now. Um, Complete with like basic bitch black shirt, comfy leggings and slippers that I'm now just about to put on because I want to be comfy. um yeah, how's it going, y'all? I'm working away on stuff. We got Marta. Hello, loving the back-to-back streams. I know, right? It's great. We got Nina. Hello. And we also got Stephanie. Hello. I think another good reason why I want to switch to StreamYard is my friends who use StreamYards, their chat names actually show up as in like what they actually are, not their like legal government name, like the government YouTube names. They're like the account. It's funny. I'm only saying that because it's just like because Marta and Nina were both on Malin's stream, and it was shown different. So yeah. Anywho, rambling is great. I'm on my way back to the physical rehabilitation center. Wow, that sounded funny coming out of my face. So there will be no writing for me, but maybe I will do some brainstorming for projects that I shouldn't be working on. Hey, as long as you're having fun, okay? Because traveling to rehab sucks. Or the rehabilitation center. It's me, just your friendly neighborhood vampire. I know. I'm one of the good ones, I swear. Do. Because those are the best to brainstorm. Exactly. Hello. Nice to had a nice little 10-minute sprint in between both streams. I think I've finally figured out this scene. Yay! Awesome. And then Stieg is also here. Hello. Welcome. And yes, it is Rafe, by the way, which I know is like thinking about it as much fun as it was correcting during Malin's stream. Like, is it actually Rafe? Because his full name is Rafferty. Okay. So I'm just like, would it be Rafe? In my head canon, I think it's always going to be, but it's fine. Stuff doesn't have to make sense. Oh wait, yes it does. Well, it's like people. Okay, yes, I could have actually. I'm like, I thought about typing it out like that. And I'm just like, but would that help phonetics, or would y'all just be like, Raph? Never mind. I see the why. I am dumb, but it's fine. Rafey. Anyway, see, I'm not even good at it, like understanding the text. So, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm working on a cute little scene between Kira and Rafe. Which originally in book 1 was a cafeteria scene where Kira, like, Rafe takes her down to the cafeteria and they have like burgers and fries and they flirt and it's cute. This doesn't get to have the same vibe. I reread that chapter from like my old notes. I reread it and I'm just like, these characters don't sound the same anymore. Like, Kira is way more obnoxious in the old version. Like, I can't use this, but I still want to use the vibe, so now I'm doing a full redraft on the scene. Because fuck me, that's why. It's your book. You can pronounce your characters' names whoever you like. I agree. And it's fine. It's my party and I can cry if I want to. My books, my brain has still been on book 1 lately. I hate it because there are things I want to handle, and I told myself I wasn't going to handle it until book 2 was done. But it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Whether or not I'll pronounce it the same way when I read it is completely different. It's a completely different question. What I need to do is, like, I wasn't planning on doing it until like book 2, book 3, like the future books where the more harder to pronounce names come out. I'm actually going to be planning on doing a pronunciation guide. That I didn't think I had to do with book 1 being with Incarnate's Rise being so very Western, like in terms of like naming, like very, very European. I mean, come on, Christopher, Elizabeth, all those things, right? The other books have characters that are very, very not. So I'm going to need to make a pronunciation guide at some point. I named my characters simple names like Cassidy and Bonnie, and people don't have to guess. I mean, to be fair, you're writing a Western. I'm writing 5 different degrees of paranormal fantasy in 7 books. I'm starting to overthink this sci-fi project so much, lol. I think I am bad at withholding information, but also I'm okay to infodump to myself in the first draft. But I still don't have to share with people. This is true. I mean, to be fair, since it's like the first draft, usually that's when I go like my hardest overwriting. It's either I go my hardest overwriting or underwriting, depending on like the type of scene I'm trying to write. And then I'll either scale up or scale back down in like other drafts because like I can always fix it in post. I have 2 goals in draft 1 is finish the fucking chapter and finish the fucking chapter. Like, so it doesn't matter if it like takes all of the words or so little words, as long as the goddamn thing is done, we're good. My brain is also on your book 1. I saw them and I gotta watch. I am not allowed to watch any more videos until like after the stream because that's when my like writing day is done. But I saw the fact that you mentioned me. I'm like, oh no. Because I also know that you were reading Incarnate's Rise, and yeah. But also, what do you mean handle? It's published. What is there to handle? Are there plans, plots, and possibly even schemes in the works? Yes, asterisk. At some point, I have said before, I want to do a hardcover of Incarnate's Rise. Okay? Because I like the idea of having a fancy schmancy hardcover with the sprayed edges and all that nonsense for funsies, right? But also, I am not unaware of the errors that are in book 1, and I desperately want to fucking fix them. And I'm convincing myself to wait until the hardcover like is in the works before I work on that. Okay. But also my brain's like, do we want to do we want to do it earlier? And I'm like, no, we do not want to do it earlier. The whole point of the hardcover was to celebrate book 2 coming out. Because like, okay, so I'm selling book 2 now. Hey, do you want to like reread if you want to like, re-enjoy book 1, I'm also coming out with a special edition. Like, it's supposed to be like that sort of thing. But like, yeah, I've errors make me upset. Oh, bestie, the struggle I had with that name in Ingy until I saw the video of Lee Bardugo pronouncing it. Yeah, see, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it at all. Be like, Inage? I mean, I write the shit out of my books. It's my superpower, lol. but I also love a good info dump for myself. But yes, thank you. I can fix it later. Woo! Why do people see that I'm mentioning them? I thought it was a quick way to share links to people. I'm concerned by y'all getting notifications. Yeah, no, it's a thing that it's a thing that YouTube's done over the last year or so when they changed kind of how your name was formatted. It um it's like tagging someone in on Instagram is what it is now. So, yeah, I learned that the hard way a year ago. A hardcover release is an excellent time to do a copy edit once again. I mean, it is, but also I think about it, and I think about the nonsense that happened on Booktop with other writers that decided to do edits while doing a special edition. And I'm just like, I want to be very clear that when I do this, it's actually going to fucking happen, and it is like I want it to be fancy because I want it to be a special edition, but motherfuck, I'm also gonna it's gonna take me a week to do these edits, maybe two, not multiple months and an 8-tier plan. Yeah. I may or may not have got 3 copies of Incarnate's Rise because I ordered it from my fave bookstore site, forgot, and went to also order it on Amazon, and then I got a signed copy. But I love collecting. Oh my god, Nina. Nina. I love it. I love it so much. You could always fix the errors without the hardcover, and then release the hardcover later. I mean, but wouldn't I still have to get another cover if I wanted to release a second edition? I don't I don't do how do words. Age. I skip trying to pronounce these names, I swear. But also, having read the first third of your book, I haven't noticed many errors, so you're good. I mean, I I actually had this. I only got about halfway, and I had tabs, and I marked it off with lines and stuff of a bunch of different changes I wanted to make. And it looked like I wasn't halfway, and I think I found 30, and I freaked, and I had a mental breakdown, and I took the tabs off because my grandmother's reading the actual copy right now, and I still wanted a copy on my stand that wasn't marked up to hell. So yeah, your girl went a little kaboomy. I mean, I think I mentioned that in the Discord. I like the previous book in hardcover and the current yeah, I like that too. I think it's kind of neat. And then if all goes well, there may be an audiobook around that. Crystal's getting ambitious again, knock on wood. But I'm hoping that the audiobook market won't suck anymore by the time I'm ready to release book 2 / the hardcover of book 1. Because then I'll also do an audiobook as well. I'm not making any promises on that. I am saying that I want to do an audiobook for book 1 at some point. But the plan is when book 2 is ready to be released, the hardcover will follow. I'm not familiar with this discourse. What are you talking about? Look up Audra Winter on YouTube. It's a mess. It's a mess. Honestly, I just figured out how to change my handle. Why did they make it look so weird? Yeah, I don't know either. I think it's Restream. That's doing this. But yeah, so this is, I'm planning on switching to StreamYard anyway because batch setting up streams is a little bit more of a pain in the ass on Restream. I have many reasons as to why I'm switching back to StreamYard. It's fine. I don't think you need to change the cover. I think Ingram Spark charges you 50 for re-release. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think they changed it, but not sure about the other server. I'm not using Ingram Sparks. I'm using KDP and Drafted Digital, so I don't know. But yeah, I think you need new ISBNs too for edits. That's not hard because in Canada you get them for free. Since I'm registered through the Canadian Library Archives or Archives of Canada or some such. I never remember the name. But I had to send them copies of my book. Which is another thing. Like if I publish another book, I have to send the physical copies to them anyway, as well. Enaz. Okay. I might have still said it wrong. I want to be an audiobook reader. I feel like it's such a fun job. Right? I have plans. I just have to figure out how, when, and where to do it. Because the cheap bitch plan is my husband will do the narration and the male characters, and then I would do the female characters or the female like presenting characters. Like nothing super crazy. Just part of my ambitious self was like full on radio play and like have the sounds happen as the text is being read, but like who are we? That's not what we do here. I try to do things cheaply because poor. But it really does though. Like I would get a kick of being an audiobook reader. There's actually a couple of people on TikTok that advertise their skills for audiobook reading, and I went into like the websites that they go through. I was like, I can't even remember the creator's name now at this point, which sucks, but go figure. I don't remember jack shit. He's just his voice is like melted butter and hot chocolate. Two separate things, just like smooth and not melted butter in hot chocolate. That would be gross. But like his voice is just like, I'm like, I would love for him to read Incarnate's Rise. But like, woof. Expensive. I mean, the good ones always are. I wish I remembered his name now because I'm just like, it would be so much easier to be like, yeah, I know this guy on TikTok, and people be like, hey, I've heard him before. Anywho, yeah, so that's my brain for today is just kind of like we should fix what we broke. I mean, to be fair, only like 2 people have really mentioned anything. And like Marta said, they're not a lot. But it's my brain. My brain works on a curve of self-deprecation to imposter syndrome, and the pendulum she bounce. But and enough about me whining about my insecurities. How about we get started to a sprint when I don't even have a timer set up yet? Dude. Okay. I need to ignore the fact that there are new subscriptions on my page, videos I want to watch, and I just need to find timers. Who are the two people and do I need to fight no one? No, you don't need to fight anyone. Because it's not like in negative. It's not in bad. It's not in a bad way. It's not negative. Because Mars mentioned it in their video where they did the vlog about Incarnate's Rise. Because it hurt their soul seeing the edits. I'm like, yep, hurt mine too. And then my grand noticed a couple. I was making lunch one day and she's like, "Hey, read this sentence." And there was like some words missing. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's not a complete sentence. There's at least 2 words missing in that sentence." Ah. So, yeah, no there no fights required. No fights required. It's all good. Oh, playlists. What kind of timer do we want to run today? I mean, we're going to do 45 minutes because that's just usually what we do. But the question is, what 45-minute timer do we want to do? Also, I don't need that comment up. Do we want to do... Hey, that would be funny. Mars has already threatened that twice. or more than twice. Well, Mars, I'm really doing grandma. Dude, I love you. Two wet doilies tied together. Possibly, you might be fine. Oh goodness. What? Let's see. You know what? Let's just do the classic. At least it's classic for me. I'll do that. Whoops. What am I doing? I do know how to. Oh wait, this is. I keep getting these freaking screens backwards. 45-minute timer. Share. There we go. Blep. Blep. Do I like that? No, I don't. I like this one. Yes. So yeah, 45 minutes. We're gonna do the do, we're gonna sprint, we're gonna vibe, we're gonna do the things. So happy productivity, my friends. We'll see you guys in a teensy tiny little bit. And that, my friends, was the end of. Hey, go. Fine, we're doing the iced coffee timer next. That was the end of sprint number 1. How did we do? Let's see. How many words did I get? Because it actually did start to pick up. 726 words. Well, shit. Yeah, how'd that go for everyone? We decided to do some ambient lighting a little bit. I'm using my studio light right now because my grandmother turned the light off on me when she came down to do her laundry. And I'm too lazy to get up. So the studio light works. I don't get to use the studio light as often as I used to because, my apartment was dinky and had no lighting. But yeah, that was the end of that. I got some words. We still haven't quite reached levity yet. I'm doing a little bit of dumping, just a small amount of dumping because there's this how do I explain this? They're in what's called the Underground, which is a secret coven of vampires, more or less. And one of the floors in this underground is like an apartment level for some of the characters to stay. And the secret back door into this place is next to this shrine area. And so I'm describing the shrine of this clan goddess, as well as a smaller statue of someone who probably shouldn't be deified, and yet apparently people worship the underdog even when they fail. So we're doing some seed sowing and some lore dumping. Eventually I'll get to the flirting. It might be a new chapter. Who knows? Because my original plan was to have them go through this moment, and then Kira is going to get some sleep because she has been up for way too long. And then the next morning they were going to go for breakfast and it was going to be cute. It just hasn't happened yet. So, yeah. Lottie got 603 words. Yay. Also, welcome to the stream. Dio got another 27 yards spun. Yards of yarn spun. I can read sentences. They're great. Also, hi, Dio. Welcome. Also, the lighting looks great. Oh, done it though. She is giving. It doesn't happen very often. Because like the big light is this like school hallway sort of like long strip light, and it happens. It works because that way I don't have to. Because if I keep that light off, that means I have to like use my flashlight to go back upstairs. But yeah, no, I like the lighting. I might warm it a little bit because I'm kind of like washing a bit, but that's effort and I don't have any. Stephanie got 596 words. Got my Spotify set up and moved to a better spot in Barnes and Noble. Yay, we love some writing on location. That's awesome. Sorry, coffee. Also, forgive the sounds. The laundry machines are laundering at present. Yeah, we'll see how long this chapter is gonna be. Yeah. Part of me is like, all of everybody else who does streams like read out lines, and I'm just like, do I want to do that? I don't think so. Maybe. I'm gonna switch from coffee to water. I had a thought and it left me. As per usual. Oh, cool. See, I never know because to me they're loud as hell. And when I record videos on my phone, I legitimately have to like remove the audio. But I guess my Yeti, my good mic, is doing its thing and making it suck less. So woo. Yeah. My brains are abandoning me. Part of me just like, maybe we should just do another sprint. Um, the plan, the plot, and possibly even scheme of today is a total of 3-ish, maybe 4. Usually, I think it's usually 3. I think we only do 3 45-minute sprints. Because I stream until about 3 o'clock or until my brain gets too toasty to even write my way out of a paper bag, which apparently I'm writing my way out of the paper bag today, which is great. I did have to look up a couple of things from Incarnate's Rise because I can never seem to remember the exact details of certain moments because I'm trying to set up this flirt. And I'm just like, wait, is Kira actually mad at Rafe? Was this a problem with Rafe? And sure enough, yes, it was. She's mad at our cute boy, and so it's kind of hard to flirt while you're while you're annoyed. Well, actually, I don't know if that's hard. I don't know how to flirt to save my ass. Okay, I don't think. So I wouldn't know what's hard and what's easy for flirting because everything is hard. I mean, so we're trying to get them to I'm trying to get her to chill out before the flirt starts happening. Because right now he's just like, hey, you're upset. That is valid. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here to help. But if you don't want my help, I'm not going to force you into in the world, this underground society has a section for humans to hang out, and then the rest of it's for vampires. And with everything that happened to Kira in book 1, Rafe is just kind of like, look, I understand you're mad, and it's totally valid for you to be mad right now. So if it makes you feel better, you don't have to stay on the floor where we are, where it's where Rafe is, where Darian is, where Elizabeth is. It's you can stay with the humans if this makes you more comfortable. He is just whatever makes you happy right now. And she's kind of he's being really nice, but I'm mad at him. But he's being really nice. Still mad at him. I'm not going to forgive him for the thing he did. But he is putting in the effort. But no. Yes, no. Yes, no. And so I'm just kind of starting to sprinkle the seeds of adorable dorkiness, because at least I think every time I have had these multiple moments where I'm like, yeah, no. So if I my plan for the scene is all these things are going to happen. It's all going to tie together. And then boom, shiny things. It might land. It might not. Right now, I am trying to just draft the draft, which is a thing that's happening. So it's all good. And I keep getting I love how soft this blanket is, and so I just want it on my arms to be snuggly, but also I'm not cold, so I keep wanting to take it off because I don't want to be warm. Also, the heat is on. So I'm just on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I think we should get into another sprinty spronty. I think that's what should happen. I'm going to restart the time. Oh yeah, I said we were gonna do the iced coffee timer. So we're gonna do that. Over here. There we go. And I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. And yeah, it'll be fine. Where's the buttons? Be back in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting, happy hanging out, and we'll get back to the. pushing the right buttons, I swear. It's kind of hard to see my keyboard right now because cat. Um, but yeah, that was the end of sprint number 2. Yes, sprint number 2. How did that go? We lost. Stephanie had to go. I hope they have a wonderful day. Nina says, "Whoops, I missed the break. I was on the phone with my mom and totally lost track of time." That is totally cool. I tending to feel very sprint forward because I have lots to do. So don't feel so bad. Don't feel too bad. Nina says, "I bought my favorite brownie from the store today. I wanted to keep it for tomorrow, but I want it now. Eat it. We'll see if I can resist until the end of the sprint. I mean, I believe in you. Unless it's already eaten, then, you deserved it. Okay. This book's playlist has a lot of Arcane Season 1 and K-pop Demon Hunters music, and I can't complain. The vibes are immaculate. I love that for you. Also, there are 3 versions of Free. This shouldn't surprise me. Do I have 3 different versions of the song Free from K-pop Demon Hunters in it? Yes. But that song is like the theme for my 2 main girlies. Free is such a good song. I love it. It's on my piss me off. I start my writing day with it, and then I listen to This Is What It Sounds Like, and then I go into the book 2 playlist. Oh yeah, words. What did my word count look like? Blap, blap, blap. Who is she? Got another 484 words on chapter 13. I have this idea. Oh my god. As he just covered me in cat litter. Thanks, kid. What was the thing? Oh yeah. I have this end of the scene where it's like now they're in like the apartments of this area, and Kira's gonna not be comfortable with being alone, so she's gonna go hang out in Rafe's apartment. And they're not gonna do anything, right? Like she's literally gonna go fall asleep on his couch. But it's gonna be cute. It's fine. 552 words. Writing an emotional scene before I write a fight scene. Nice. I am not a fight scene girly. And also the break into 2 of them are 2 of them are covers, obviously. My fave is the one from Rhinary. It's free but gay. Ooh, interesting. I am remotely interested in that. I will have to look them up after when we start the next sprint, because I will listen to that song forever. The free is the theme, the mains. One of actually, I can't really. I don't know if I can call it the main song for Immortal Masquerade, but it's definitely like up there on top of it, because the main song is Enchanted to Meet You by Taylor Swift. So I would say, like, if we were to look at like the back of the album, if Immortal Masquerade was turned into a soundtrack, we look at the back of the album, it would be Enchanted to Meet You and Free would be the first 2 tracks. Ooh, a line. She pulls up her sleeve, revealing the head and wings of a phoenix tattooed over a long scar. One she didn't have last time I saw her. Ooh. Interesting. That sounds interesting. I want to know more. Is it the scar that's new, or the tattoo was new? And how did she get the scar, I wonder? I still don't necessarily know if I have lines. Let's see. Let's go back. Wow. Should be. Hold on. I noticed a thing. I gotta fix it. There we go. The larger altars. On the larger altar stood a statue of a woman a few feet taller than her. Holding her hands cupped in front of her above her head, a crescent moon sat behind her. A large pearl sat in her hands, and water spilt between her fingers into a pool of opalescent water. It says obedient water. That's fucking hilarious. I'm just okay. The statue's robes flowed out around her as if caught in a breeze before being immortalized in smooth marble. A hood, barely covered chiseled hair that curled around her shoulder in a wave. Rafe paused for a moment, bowed his head, setting his bags down just long enough to hold the symbol that hung at his chest. That is the best I got today. I haven't found smoky lines yet, but there's going to be. Both are new. And I know how she got the scar, but the MC does not know yet. It's part of her love interest emotional backstory. Yee! I like it. God. Once again, hot, cold, freaking cold. Yeah. Blep. Set up the next timer. I'm basically just letting the playlist do its thing. So we're going to get the next one we're going to be doing is the Pizza Rat, because that's the next. I'm using Mars's playlist just because I can. I had a thought once again. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of I'm awake. I kind of want to my goal, if I can do it, is to finish this chapter today. It's going to be a bit long. I'm already sitting at 1,800 words for this chapter. I might go as far as just over 2K. Because she's like, we're getting her to wind down. And unfortunately, it is going to be another she goes to sleep. That's how the chapter ends. But I'm going to try not to use that too many times. In Immortal Masquerade, the amount of times I used and then they go to sleep is quite large. I love them so much. The MC and the love interest were on a mission together on a ship called Silk Moth. And both of them have Silk Moth tattooed on their ribs. That's so cute. It's a second chance romance. Oh. And the tattoos are placed so that when they hug or lie on top of each other, the tattoos touch. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. And I love it. Donna. Go. I try, like, in my head, I like these statues were created by magic, because this is basically like each floor in each clan's area has a little chapel to their god, and these statues were created by magic. So like I want it to be a little bit more detailed than is logically possible, because these were conjured, not crafted. because it's supposed to honor their gods and shit. All except for one. There is one floor that does not have the god, or it's hidden. It's one of those. I caved and got the brownie. Woohoo! Yay, brownie. Hey, everybody deserves brownies. I have baby bite brownies. Those like 2-bite brownies. Which now I want one, but I have my fangs in and don't want to go through the effort of taking them out, putting them back in. So I think I'll reward myself with some brownies once once this is done. Ooh, is that eyeballs for brownies, or one of the floors doesn't have God, doesn't have their statue? I mean, to be fair, I think I talked about this? Just in case it's the God one. It's because the God is the bad guy's God, and the underground is supposed to be like anti Ember Ward. So it's going to be anti Varric, and so Varric's not represented in the underground. Okay, yarn is skeined and hanging to dry. I love that for you. I expect pictures if there are not pictures already. I mean, I'm not forcing you to take pictures, but you know I like to look at your work in all aspects. Eyeballs for lore. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm like, it's like, how much can I tell without giving shit away? It's not much. But the underground is basically the slow ball pitch of the underground is a society of vampires and humans living equally without fear, and they take in the outcast, the clanless, and those who want redemption and a second chance. And it is one of the last bastions of vampire society that has not bent the knee to my BBEG, Mr. Christopher Emberward, because he's a cunt. They're like, they're vampires that are not as monstrous as the guy who made them, you know? At 9K for this project, I kind of want to try to get 10K somehow. Procrastinating, studying for school is going great. Hey, sometimes you gotta juggle. You know, juggling is the thing to do at the time. Be careful how I try to drink, because sometimes like my lip gets caught around my fangs, and that is uncomfortable. But yeah, it's how things are trucking along. This is like the chill chapter before Act 2. We're gonna be getting into Act 2 soon. I don't know how big Act 2 is gonna be, because I am terrified of muddy middles. I don't want my middle to be boring. Every time someone says BBEG, I remember how I thought it was B-Bag. And was so confused. B-Bag. That's funny. Yeah. BBEG, big bad evil guy. I feel like that is like the understatement of like, just Christopher Emberward is my BBEG. It's like, oh sweetie, he's kind of, I feel like he is more than just can be classified as BB. Had another thought, left me alone. I'm offended. I'm offended. Shit. Actually, a good thought, too. No! I'm mad. Was it? What? I don't even know what was it. Oh, so, my home game, my D&D campaign. We're talking about playing again. Haven't played together since I moved, since I started getting all the stuff that happened around that time. But so we're starting to actually talk about playing again. And I come up with this character who is a paladin, Oathbreaker, so an evil paladin. Except for they're not quite evil, okay? But they are a changeling Oathbreaker paladin with bard. And they are going to be a School of Whispers bard. So their thing is shadow magic and messing with your head, right? Dissonant whispers, vicious mockery, insight, persuasion, deception, just, standard morally gray them with pally magic and bard shit. Okay? And so as I was talking to Shannon about this, and I'm talking to Shannon, I'm talking to Dave about this, and Shannon just kind of looked at me for a moment and was like, you know who this is, right? I'm like, who? Like, you basically just created Christopher Emberward, the D&D character. So apparently I'm playing Christopher Emberward in the next D&D campaign whenever it comes up. Oops. It wasn't intentional. But now I am playing a changeling. Freaking it's a time. Oh, it's a time. I'll do this quick because I don't want to hold this up too long. Changeling, Oathbreaker, Paladin, Bard sounds so good. I hope so. Hold on. Replace share for a second. Oh wait, hold on. Cancel. I gotta open the file first. Because I don't have stats. I don't have equipment. I barely have spells. I just basically have a vibe and a name. But that is how we do. My one friend is going to be playing a troll of some kind. I don't even remember. But they're going to be a troll who swallowed an amulet of devotion, which changes their alignment from evil to good. That is their vibe. When I create characters, I figure out their name, then their look, or their name, their class, and then their look. And then I figure out equipment and stats and flaws and all the rest of this crap later. So, quick replace screen, really quick. This is up here. There we go. This is Sylvie Denmark, captain of the devout and champion of those who have fallen. Very, very vague. But, they don't actually say what god they worship. They don't actually say what order they're with. It's just like, I am a captain of a certain people and a champion of other people. But, Christopher Emberward. Non-binary-ified. And replace share with Pizza Rat Timer. There we go. Had a giggle for myself. I don't even know when/if we're when this game's gonna happen, but I now have them in my pocket because I do. that. Close that. All right. Take a sip of water. We love that. Isn't it great? All right. I think we're gonna do our final sprint. It's not gonna be 45, because I don't necessarily want to go over. So look at the clock. Let's go with 30 minutes. 30-ish minutes. For our last timer of the day. Okay. I don't know if there's sound, but I want to turn the sound on. There we go. All right, we are going to start the final sprint for the day. So tidy up, finish your words, do your do, chill out if that's what you want to do. We will see you guys in the next, or after the timer. We'll see you guys soon. Yeah. Happy productivity, my friends. That was the end of our final sprint for the day. I'm almost done this chapter, and it's getting cute. I haven't reached the breakfast scene. The breakfast scene might be a new chapter. I don't know because it's like I'm at 24,000 words. Let's see, where are we at here? Um, I need. I feel like I'm here. No, is here. 626 words is how much I got in that sprint. But we're sitting. The chapter is sitting at 2,457 words. It might be a little long in the tooth. We'll see, but it's getting really cute, and I like it. Cause she ended up going to his apartment and is now currently just chilling out and having hot chocolate. Cause we're talking about like the legit hot chocolate because he's like talking to her as he's making it. And it sounds so cliche, but I'm here for it and it's mine and I love it. And also, yeah, no, free but gay. That gave me hawking chills. Holy shitballs. It was amazing. I liked it. Thank you for the recommendation, Nina. It's not going to end up on my playlists just because it's not the vibe. Like I loved it, but a lot of my playlists are for writing, and yeah. So here we are. Dio says ate lunch and picked out clothes to wear to work. Woo. We are just about to get into the fight scene. Where are we here? Yeah, hold on, because I like the line reading thing that everybody's doing lately, and so I'm gonna read a little bit. Have a seat. Rafe closed the door, making his way over to the kitchen. He rummaged around, pulling out a pot from the cupboard and milk from the fridge. He poured the milk into the pot and turned it on while he continued to rummage around. When I was first brought here, I was pretty freaked out too. I think I wandered around this place for hours on my first night. And then I found the cafeteria. And the lady that works there said that sometimes it helps to latch onto something that once brought comfort. For me, as silly as it sounds, is a cup of hot chocolate. As he spoke, he broke up a large bar of chocolate and stirred it into the pot before grabbing a couple of mugs, filling them to the brim once the milk was hot enough and the chocolate was melted. Hot chocolate. She chuckled despite herself as she sat down. The idea just sounded so normal. Yeah. He reached over to a small jar and dropped a few marshmallows into the cup before sprinkling a little bit of what looked like cinnamon and then handed it to her. The warmth of the mug spread through her hands as she held it, taking a sip and then a breath. Thank you. He nodded, reached for the remote, and pulled up some random streaming service and handed the remote to her. Pick something. That's all I got so far. But she's going to pick something and fall asleep like that. But Nissus was about to get into the fight scene. Help! You got this. I believe in you. 523 words. Love it. And the line. The main guy walks slowly to the chair and pushes it away. He lifts up the hatch and pulls out a case with a portal gun. I look over at Thea. Shoot, I whisper to her. Thea's part of the MC's crew, not the love interest, though. Neat. I like it. I like it a lot. That's awesome. What? More coffee. I might actually finish this one. Lately, I haven't been finishing the coffees I make, but today might be the day. So cute. Love a good hot chocolate scene, right? And it's just is really cute. And she's gonna do that thing where it's like you fall asleep on the couch and then eventually you just kind of end up on the person's shoulder. Like nothing is actually gonna happen. Is Rafe gonna get in trouble for it? Probably, because he was left with instructions was to take her to Darian's apartment, get her settled, and that was it. But she ends up going to his rooms and be like, I can't sleep. So he's just like, yeah, let's watch a movie. Like, let's just wind down and act like normal fucking people. Because just because the world is on fire and the scary shit has been happening does not mean we can't just sit and watch a movie. Which is like Kira's thing. Kira loves sitting and watching movies, right? And like they have things in common because they're close to the same age and stuff and things. And yeah, it's cute. And I'm actually going to let Rafe live because in previous versions of this draft, he did not live. Because I want something cute and a nice and stuff and things. Anywho, think that's pretty much the long and short of it for the day. My MC and my love interest will end up at dinner on the moon. Don't ask. At some point, and they will have a cute milkshake scene while they recover from trauma. I love that. Honestly, this. Okay. So, like, it's not happening. Rafe is not. Rafe is gonna go through shit. Okay. Rafe is gonna go through shit. But in the original draft, bad things happen, and Kira and Elizabeth are trying to escape, and Rafe shows up and gets them out and holds the line so they can get out. And it's one of the reasons why Kira was pissed at Elizabeth, because Rafe died saving them, and it's all Elizabeth's fault and everything sucks. But I wanted just a little bit of I wanted that through line where even though shit is shitting and like there needs to be some good even though the world is on fire. And this good, okay, gets to be Kira and Rafe. Because Elizabeth is going through hell. Charles is trying his best to like be the shoulder for Elizabeth, but stuff is really weird between them because reasons. And Darian is just kind of like, look, I have a plan, but stuff takes time. So hold on to your beers, okay? So like everything around them is kind of like people, nobody really trusts each other. People are kind of still dealing with what happened in book one. But I wanted just a little glimmer of like, here's a nice break. Here's a sweet thing, okay? See, those kind of scenes need to happen, especially just to give the readers a bit of a break. Exactly. And like, yeah, like we're 13 chapters in at present, and it's been possession, yelling, distrust, drama. Like there has been nothing positive happening in the last like so many chapters. So it's like, okay, here. Like in the outline, the chapter is literally called the levity break, right? Connections need to be made so readers can give a shit about characters. Also very true. And well, like one of the complaints that was from previous drafts was like, I built this character up to just kill him off within like the second act, because this part of the story was technically only 3 chapters, And it was quite literally Rafe shows up, makes Kira comfortable, starts trying to like help her deal with the fact her sister's a vampire and shenanigans. A lot of that I also gave to Charles like back like in the very like earlier, right? But he's closer to her age, so he kind of understands her. And then he dies. And it was just kind of like, this kind of feels a little cheap. So like, yeah, fair point. So he gets to live. Anywho, I think that's gonna be it for the day. We're gonna wrap up. I will be back on Monday for more gaming streams, same bat time, same bat channel. Once Vampire the Masquerade 2 Bloodlines, my playthrough of that is done, I'm gonna be transitioning Monday streams to also productivity, because bitch, I have a book to write. I was considering doing it sooner, because the VTM streams aren't really performing as well as I would have hoped. So I might just finish off November, because I've already like put all the streams on the website and like everything is scheduled. So I might just get through there and kind of see how I feel. And either I'll fridge it and then do it early, or once Vampire the Masquerade is done, then I will be transitioning to Monday and Saturday productivity sprints. Because bitch, I got a book to write. If you're interested in just productivity, we'll be back next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, for the usual. Yeah. Yay, productivity. We get shit done. It's true. Hopefully, in theory. Cause book. Speaking of book, if you haven't checked this out yet, I know we're preaching to the choir, but sometimes people watch the replay. So, my debut novel, Incarnate's Rise, is currently available where all books are sold. There is a link down in the description as to where you can find a paperback or ebook copy of your very own. It is a secret lineage paranormal fantasy with vampires, werewolves, magic, gods, and a woman who is thrown into a destiny that may or may not be her own. It is a time. It is a lot of fun. And yeah, get one for yourself. Christmas is coming. Get one for your friends. You know, the usual author nonsense. If you haven't checked out the website, it's down below. I also have a newsletter if you want early updates as to how things are going. Occasionally I throw content that was not published, cutting room stuff, so on, so forth, and so many. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, sign up for monthly-ish cat pictures, cutting room floor without context, and writing updates. Today's newsletter, or this month's newsletter, just went up. If you missed a newsletter, there is a page on my website that has previous newsletters, because I haven't figured out how to resend the fuckers. So I figured that works. All right, everyone, have a great day. It's Pride Night at the theater tonight. Should be fun. A fun time for me at work. Hopefully that is good fun and not sarcastic fun. And I hope you have a wonderful night, my love, my dear, my bestie, my sister from the other side of the freaking world. Thanks for sprints. Wow. Error 404, crystal not found. Until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you. We will see you guys in the next video, stream, reel, wherever the hell it is you find me next. I don't even know anymore, because I need to do stuff. I need to do my November video, and I still haven't filmed it yet. And we're on the 15th of November, so fuck. Bye, guys.